Now, if we want to talk about, again, we are talking about different businesses and everything. What industry or what sort of businesses currently you feel have a huge potential for, digital transformation?
If I think about Indian market scenario, and I think even in a lot of other countries, I feel banking and specifically cooperative banks is the exact domain that right now needs a huge digital transformation. The reason being, we have all those top 10-15 banks who have all the top talent of the world, and they have a good team, they have all good money, etc. And they have built their own tech. You can do, a lot of things, digital KYCs, you can do, check your portfolio, check your banking needs, everything online. So all these softwares are already created by all these big giants. But then there is this market, which is of a cooperative banks and, other small, medium scale banks. They do have money, enough money to invest in something to go digital for next 5 to 7 years. But the mindset is not yet there. They still are taking the forms on paper, getting customers, signed up on paper. They are still doing the KYCs physical. Yeah. So all these banks, cooperative banks, do have their money. Not that much of money, but they do have smaller budgets. That much of budget is enough to go digital. They can invest in all these small areas of customer acquisition, customer marketing. They can fasten the process of even signing up for a new bank account from the customer or opening up a fixed deposit account. All these KYC APIs, Aadhaar APIs are available. It's very easy to create a digital outlet for them. It's, why won't you want a customer to come onto your bank and just a QR code wherein he scans it, the link opens up, and therein he can just click photographs of his Aadhaar card, PAN card, and just filling a couple of more detail, he just signs up onto his portal. Everybody has a smartphone now. So it's very available, very easy thing for people to actually, in banking sector especially, to go digital. So this is a domain that I feel is kind of heavily needs digital transformation. I mean, there are other domains also, but there I feel going digital is going to be slightly difficult. But like agriculture, for example, I mean, wahan pe to it's very, very difficult to go digital. But soon that time will also come. But for now, I feel the banking in India needs a big overhaul. We have already gone quite ahead. We have got all these UPIs. Now we have e-rupee also, which has come. So all these cooperative banks are getting left behind. The new generation needs digital presence. If you are not digital, you're not going to be, attracting these new people. So this is one I feel that should go digital.
And do you think, and correct me if I'm wrong, so the cooperative banks that we are talking about here, they could take a step-by-step approach, right? They don't need to do a big bang approach to just digitize the whole bank. They can, as you said, they can take a step-by-step approach, start with one process, go to the next one, see how the efficiencies are increasing, how things have changed after they digitized, say the first step, even opening up a bank account. If that is digitized, the next one could be getting rid of all those passbooks and everything, because I see There are still banks where people go and stand with their passbooks to actually get them updated, and I feel that is so 1980s and should not exist in my opinion. But again, but no, absolutely, I think that's a very good point. And so you mentioned, and obviously we working as a tech company always come across this, which is the budget problem, right? And you said that, yeah, definitely cooperative banks have a certain amount of money as well. I'm sure they don't have money like the bigger banks, but they have some money, and we know. How should they approach or think about what is possible in a certain, how should they get past this budget hurdle of thinking that, oh yeah, we don't have that amount of money, so we cannot do it at all? How do they get to the next step? How do they get past it?
I think the first and foremost thing that they should do is, which is free of cost, is get audited by some consultant.
Yes.
Okay. You just approach a company. You just need to Google a company with a best stars who or good reviews. You just need to go online and just check and call them up and tell them to, analyze our banking structure and tell us what all things can you do to improve us. It's free of cost. Okay. Then once the company has analyzed it, the consultant has analyzed their processes, they will suggest you, okay, these all things needs to be done. Then you decide onto the budgets. So you can also ask the consultant to break everything down. So you can apply the, work breakdown structure on it. You tell them, okay, give me budgets of each specific functional aspect of the transformation that you are expecting. So he'll give, okay, customer acquisition, XYZ time and money, customer online tracking, account tracking and all XYZ, such kind of stuff they can, implement. They can get the analysis done on, and then they decide, okay, fine, these two things seems to be a kind of burning for us. So let's just go with them, and rest we will eventually do it. So I think going and discovering people who can do it is the first step. Rest comes later. So people are not even going one step ahead. And second reason is also cooperative banks are not that much entrepreneurial. Bank. What do you hear when what do you imagine when you hear a bank? A bank is, the one picture comes into your brain is, oh, you went to the counter, I want to open a bank account. He will send it to another counter. Then he will say, okay, I'm on lunch. You come after 2 p.m. And that's how you imagine a bank.
Yes.
Right? So I think the mindset of being entrepreneurial is very much needed when it comes to a bank. All of the employees who are working in the bank has to work like a startup, has to think like a startup, has to think the customer as probably next to God, and then serve the customer, become very customer centric. That's how they will start thinking about going digital. Otherwise, what's the need?
Right.
So this is my view on this.
Absolutely. And I think I really feel that banks should go and do these free audits. And I would like to very honestly mention, kuch bhi free ke liye nahi milta. We all know that. Nothing is free, right? People would think that, oh, free audit, they'll do the free audit because then they want to get business out of us. I'll actually give you something, which is tech companies like us want to do a free audit because even if you don't give us the business, we actually got the opportunity to understand your business, and we can start thinking about a lot of different tech applications. So it is, हमें भी कुछ free में मिल रहा है उससे.
Correct.
So we are not doing it because we'll do it for free and then just take a lot of money from you. Yes, if we do the project, there's going to be budgets for that, but that free audit can be done and we get something out of it as well. So we do it with a lot of interest for us as well, and they get something out of it as well. Right. So I think people need to start thinking about these free audits are not like for a scam to just get the project, right? It is actually good big tech companies want to do it because they get to learn a lot of stuff, and they can have a lot of outtakes from it that they can think on retrospectively and have newer applications, productize things and everything in their businesses. So that's why they do it. Cool. Awesome. I think that was a very good conversation, because I didn't even think about banks or cooperative banks when I was asking that question. So that was very, very nice. Cool.